Hello, boys and girls, moms and dads. My name's Miss Jessie, and I'm here today to read to you a story about our friend named Alexander. But first, I do want to let you know that even in the midst of COVID-19, there are still outreach services for victims that are still impacted and are recovering from the flood of 2019. Project Recovery Iowa is here for you. If you need help such as toys lost in the flood, stress management, legal or financial advice, or if you have any questions at all about what we offer, please have mom, dad, or a supervising adult call 1-800-447-1985. Again, that's 1-800-447-1985. Please call us if you are still struggling in your recovery from the flood. Now, let me introduce to you a very special visitor. Here he comes now. It's the Easter Bunny. Oh, he would rather us call him Peter. Remember, Peter, social distancing. How are you today? It's kind of hard to sign without fingers, isn't it, Peter? He said that he is good. I'm great. Thank you for asking. I have been so excited and looking forward to hearing about Alexander and his terrible day. But you know, we all have bad days. We just have to keep in mind that it will get better. It's only temporary. Earlier, Peter was telling me that he didn't want to miss out on our story. Well, Peter, what do you say? Why don't we go ahead and sit down and talk about our friend Alexander? Boys and girls, this story is about Alexander, who is having a very hard day. And in these difficult times, we all have bad days, so I'm sure you will understand. This is Alexander and the Terrible, Horrible, No Good, Very Bad Day by Judith Voist. All right, are you ready? I went to sleep with gum in my mouth, and now there's gum in my hair. And when I got out of bed this morning, I tripped on the skateboard, and by mistake, I dropped my sweater in the sink while the water was running. And I could tell right then it was going to be a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. At breakfast, Anthony found a Corvette Stingray car kit in his breakfast cereal box. And Nick found a junior undercover agent code ring in his cereal box. But in my breakfast cereal box, all I found was breakfast cereal. I think I'll move to Australia. In the carpool, Mrs. Gibson let Becky have a seat by the window. Anthony and Elliot got seats by the window too. I said I was being scrunched. I said I was being smooshed. I said if I didn't get a seat by the window, I am going to be car sick. No one even listened. I could tell it was going to be a horrible, terrible, no good, very bad day. At school, Mrs. Dickens liked Paul's picture of the sailboat better than he liked my picture of the invisible castle. At singing, she said I sang too loud. At counting, she said I missed 16. Who needs 16? I could tell it was going to be a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. I could tell because Paul said I wasn't his best friend anymore. He said that Phillips Parker was his best friend and Albert Moyo was his second best friend. I was only his third best friend. I hope you sit on a tack, I said to Paul. I hope the next time you get a double-decker strawberry ice cream cone that the ice cream part falls off and lands in Australia. There were 2 cupcakes in Philip Parker's lunch bag, and Albert got a Hershey with almonds. And Paul's mother gave him a jelly roll that had the little coconut sprinkles on top. I love the little coconut sprinkles. Guess whose mother forgot their dessert? It was a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. That's what it was, because after school my mom took us to the dentist, and Dr. Fields found a cavity just in my tooth. "Come by next week and I'll fix it," said Dr. Fields. Next week, I think I'm going to move to Australia. On the way downstairs, the elevator door closed on my foot while we were waiting for my mom to get back to the car. Anthony made me fall where it was muddy. And then when I started crying because of the mud, Nick said I was a crybaby. And while I was punching Nick for saying I was a crybaby, my mom came back to the car and scolded me for being muddy and fighting. I am having a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. I told everybody. No one even answered. So then we went to the shoe store to buy some new sneakers. Anthony chose the white ones with the blue stripes, and Nick chose the red ones with the white stripes, and I chose the blue ones with the red stripes. But then the shoe man said, "We're all sold out!" They made me buy plain old white ones, but they can't make me wear them. When we picked up my dad at his office, he said I couldn't play with his copy machine, but I forgot. He also said to watch out for the books on his desk. And I was careful, except for my elbow. He also said, don't fool around with his phone. But I think I called Australia. My dad said, please don't pick him up anymore. It was a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. There were lima beans for my dinner, and I hate limas. There was kissing on TV. I hate kissing. My bath was too hot. I got soap in my eyes, my marble went down the drain, and I had to wear my railroad train pajamas. I hate my railroad train pajamas. When I went to bed, Nick took back the pillow he said I could keep, and the Mickey Mouse night light burned out, and I bit my tongue. The cat wants to sleep with Anthony and not me. It has been a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. My mom says some days are like that, even in Australia. What do you think of our book, Peter? I liked it too. Wasn't that a wonderful story? I really liked it. Now we have to remember, boys and girls, moms and dads, having a bad day is normal, but we don't have to hurt everybody we love just because we are having a bad day. Ask for help when you are having a bad day. Right, Peter? And something else. Having a bad day is normal, especially in these difficult times. But you don't have to make it into a week or a month or... What's that, Peter? Do you see what he's talking about, boys and girls? I don't understand. What's that? Oh, you're so smart. Even better. We can all have a bad moment, but we don't have to make the day of it. That means you can start your day over anytime you want and make it a good one. And one last thing before we say goodbye. Again, if you have been impacted by the 2019 flood, call 1-800-447-1985. Again, that's 1-800-447-1985. Project Recovery of Iowa is here for you. And always remember to practice social distancing. We love you, Peter. Goodbye. Thank you for joining us. Bye.